Bro, not all villains are written to be powerful. Some are written to be unforgettable. Because the best villains in anime aren't the strongest, they are the ones who change how you think about humanity itself. So let's talk about 5 anime series that are a masterclass in villain writing. And trust me, this list is not about power, it's about impact. 5. Father, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Father is what happens when a god achieves everything and feels nothing. He has knowledge, he has power, he has control over human souls themselves. But there is one thing he never understood: meaning. And that's what makes him terrifying in a different way. Because Father is not driven by desire, he is driven by absence. He doesn't want to conquer the world. He wants to remove the limitations that made him empty in the first place. But here's the irony. The closer he gets to perfection, the more human he realizes he never was. 4. Griffith, Berserk. Griffith is not just a villain. He is a concept of ambition without emotional resistance. Everything he does is clean, calculated, almost beautiful in execution. And that's what makes it horrifying. Because Griffith doesn't break people out of anger, he breaks them out of necessity. He sacrifices bonds like they were always temporary illusions. And the worst part, he never looks back long enough to regret anything. Griffith is what happens when a dream survives its humanity. 3. Askeladd, Vinland Saga. Askeladd is a villain who feels like a protagonist trapped in the wrong story. He is a liar, a manipulator, a war strategist shaped by survival. But underneath all of that is a man building a path that only makes sense at the end of his life. He doesn't want glory, he wants timing. And that's what makes his story tragic. Because every action he takes feels like betrayal. But every betrayal is quietly steering history forward. Askeladd doesn't just live in war, he engineers the reasons wars end. 2. Light Yagami, Death Note. Light Yagami is the perfect example of what happens when justice stops questioning itself. At first he is a savior, then a judge, then a god. But slowly, the line between justice and ego disappears, and he stops asking if he is right, because in his mind, he already is. The Death Note doesn't corrupt light instantly, it amplifies what was already there, and that's the scariest part. Light is not a villain because he chose darkness, he is a villain because he never believed he was in it. 1. Johan Liebert, Monster. And then there is Johan, no power. Supernatural ability. No destiny written into his blood. Just pure psychological emptiness shaped into a human being. Johan doesn't need strength. He doesn't convince you. He reflects you. And what you see in him is often worse than what he actually is. That's why Johan is number 1. Because while other villains destroy cities, Johan destroys identity, and you don't recover from that.